Hello everyone, this is Trihoraceptus and today we'll be talking about the beginning of the universe. So at the instant I say beginning of the universe, we basically have two distinct groups where one can belong. The first, supporters in the scientific theory, and the next, supporters that the universe was created by a super intelligent being commonly referred to as God, which falls under the religious banner. And this video focuses on neither of them, rather what I would propose. We shall first look at both the theories and understand them superficially before we can move on to what I might like to speculate. And since there isn't a 100% explanation behind the beginning of the universe, that gives us the right to keep speculating until we can really get close to the truth. Let's look at the religious explanation first. Though it's not supported by the scientific community, it still has its share of believers. They would argue that for something as intricate and extremely complicated as the universe to exist, there must be a creator, the one who created the universe. And since many religious texts talk about the creation of the world, it's supposed it's the same all powerful God responsible for creating the universe. But then one as myself can ask, if God created the universe, who created God? And yet again we can use the same thinking logic. If God created the universe, then he must be very powerful and must be complicated too, given the fact that he exists beyond space and time. Then even he must have a creator. But then if you would tell me God had no creator and could possibly exist without there being any creator, then even universe can. It can exist without there being any God needed to create it. And well, if someone did create God who later created the universe, then again an infinite regress would generate, as in who created the one who created God, and maybe who created the one who created him again. We should rather not get stuck here in this regress, but rather move on. The scientific approach. The scientific theory is widely accepted and has many supporters. There are various variations and theories out there, but we shall look at the most accepted one, the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory talks about the beginning of the universe from an infinitesimal point known as the singularity. This singularity was an ultra-dense point in a void that later exploded and began expanding at exponential rates to what we now see around, the universe that stands today. This theory is widely accepted as being the probable answer to our dilemma, but this theory can't answer all the questions. It fails to explain some perspectives of this theory itself, and with enough questioning, you'll realize that this theory suddenly loses its weight and is like any other speculation out there. Let's try to understand a little more. We know that the universe is expanding, and which means if we go back in time, we will witness the Big Bang, a highly condensed point that will explode and start to expand to form everything around us. But if everything that exists is a part of the universe, then what is that space into which universe is expanding? Since universe is still expanding as in encroaching a new place, then how long can the universe keep expanding in this space? One day or the other, maybe the limit will be reached and maybe universe will have expanded to the max. What will happen at that time? But if universe always keeps expanding, does it mean that even the space or the container into which this universe is expanding is also expanding at a similar or a higher rate? The next thing that I would think of is what existed before the Big Bang. Or was it rather the Big Bounce, as a newer theory suggests, that an older universe crunched itself and re-exploded into the universe we know today, and that one day even this universe would crunch up to a single point which would undergo another Big Bang to form another universe. We have generated infinite regress here, and maybe the beginning of the universe is rather different than what we might think. Now let me propose my idea, rather a possibility, and for that we'll have to understand the structure of a black hole. But at first let's understand how a black hole is formed. Basically, when a star of mass about 3 solar masses explodes or undergoes its last process, a supernova, its core collapses into a black hole. The black hole then basically starts sucking in all that's around it and gradually begins to increase in diameter. This lonely black hole is basically our new universe. Think about it this way, our universe began as a point that later imploded to what we now see around, and maybe that's what's happening in a black hole too. After forming, it implodes in, and maybe locks in a completely new universe. And remember, our universe is exploding in something else. Look at our lonely black hole too. It too is expanding, and within what? It's a container universe. Well, look at all those parallels yourself. And as I said in the beginning, due to the uncertainty that exists in this matter, what we discussed today is yet another possibility. And additionally, since we don't know about black holes too, it's probable that these black holes are basically new universes into already existing ones. It is quite interesting to think it this way, that maybe even we are inside a black hole. Get your thoughts down in the comment section. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, show your support, and please subscribe me if you would like me to take you on a journey where we shall discover some more theories and speculate on some more ideas and possibilities. Thanks for watching the video.